The greatest nations are defined by their weakest inhabitants. Jorge Ramos. Today, I'll be talking about repealing sections 1325 and 1326 of the Title 8 U.S. Code. The quote that I just said, it applies to everybody. It applies to every single country, especially the United States. There has been a lot of stuff going on with immigrants that have been deported or not given the asylum that they needed. So, according to the American Immigration Council report prosecuting people for coming to the U.S., sections 1325 and 1326 are 1325 is the illegal entry to the United States. It makes it a crime to unlawfully enter the United States, and all that stuff through avoiding examination or inspection. And then section 1326 is illegal re-entry to the U.S. It is a crime to unlawfully re-enter the United States. However, this is a problem because sections like 1326, some people come here to the United States as immigrants, they have children, and then they are deported and they try to come back for their children, but they are not able to, and then they are prosecuted or taken all asylum rights away. But this not only affects immigrants, but it also affects the U.S. citizens. According to the National Immigrant Justice Center to Criminalize Immigration website, the government has used over $7 billion of taxpayers' money to fund these sections that go towards powerful private prison companies. So instead of using that money for things that are needed, they are used to criminalize immigrants, and because of this, federal prisons are too packed and real criminals and cases are just thrown out, and a lot of people are not prosecuted correctly. This also affects immigrants. It has caused the separation of families, and that has caused children to be able to have been human trafficked, gone through child abuse, and also by using a plea, when they are criminalized, they have a plea agreement which takes away all rights of asylum, all rights for removal proceedings. So they sign waivers which require the defendant to forego claims for asylum and other immigration protection. So these people who are often here because they are trying to escape dangerous situations, when they get here, their rights are taken away from them. And that can be found on the Washington Office on Latin America, Zero Tolerance Failing to Deter Undocumented Migration. And so there's a solution to this. We need to repeal these sections in order to create a less costly plan for immigrants and also for taxpayers, so there's money isn't going to waste. Also, according to the research paper Reforming Criminal Justice Introduction and Criminalization research paper by Jennifer Chacon, we are never to implement a policy that increases migrants' misery, especially not that of human children. Also, recognize the people that are fleeing for their lives are unlikely to be destroyed by detention in the United States. Immigrants have, if these sections were repealed, immigrants would have better accurate cases. The money would go towards better things. Less children would be put into human trafficking as well as abuse, and millions of dollars would be saved. Also, if we were to do this, thousands of people would be still alive, thousands of people have died, and no one has done anything about it. I would also like to say that according to the Zero Tolerance Failing to Deter Immigration, and if we were to create a better plan and create an asylum plan, a lot of the other prisons, like state prisons, would also not be as clogged as federal prisons, and we would have a better and more understanding of the people who are criminalized. So in conclusion, I would say that we need to do this because there's thousands of kids, thousands of children who are getting trafficked, who are dying, who are doing all these things. And as Americans, we need to treat the people who come to America as Americans, because once they step on American land, they are lawfully Americans. And if we don't do this, who will?